That's right, Andrea. Really today, the focus is going to be on portions of northeastern Florida towards the Jacksonville area and eventually the Georgia and South Carolina coast when it comes into terms of storm surge. As for us here in the Midlands, it's going to be a breezy day today. Tonight, we're going to start to see those impacts creep in, rain moving in overnight. And as you go into tomorrow, flooding is going to be the biggest concern. We're looking at the possibility of 3 to 6 inches of rain, locally higher amounts, as well as tropical storm force winds looking a little bit more likely here in the forecast. So this is the latest from the National Hurricane Center. Tropical storm Ian, 65 miles per hour, moving to northeast to 8 miles per hour. Going to be over the Atlantic Ocean very soon. And there is some warm water that this storm is going to take advantage of by 2 p.m. on Friday, just off the South Carolina coast, with wind speeds a little bit stronger, 70 miles per hour, right before a landfall as you go Friday afternoon and into the evening. You can see as you go forward, continue to work towards the north and northwest, meaning we're going to see impacts here across the Midlands. So let's break down what you can expect as you go today and mainly into tomorrow. I think that's something we see our biggest concerns for anything here across the Midlands. The biggest thing we're watching for is the possibility of flash flooding, a moderate excessive rain outlook for the entire viewing area. So as we work through today, a breezy day with winds out of the northeast and we're cooler, near 70 degrees in the afternoon. But by 8 p.m. you can see some of that rain in portions of the eastern Midlands near the 95 corridor, and that's going to start to move and spread across the Midlands as Ian gets closer. By 6 a.m. on Friday, light to moderate rain across the Midlands. That's going to start to increase and get a little bit heavier as you head towards midday. And that's when I really think things are going to start to deteriorate here across the Midlands. Around midday into the afternoon and evening, you can start to see that center of rotation starting to move through the Midlands. And by around midnight, we're going to start to see the system heading north. 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, rain starting to come to an end across the Midlands. Let's talk about how much rain we're expecting, and this is why we do think that there is the threat of flash flooding. Around 3 to 6 inches of rain across the Midlands and across a good portion of the state, locally higher amounts. Let's talk about winds. Right now, looking a little bit more likely that we see tropical storm force winds, a 50 to 70% chance of tropical storm force winds, depending on where you're at here across the Midlands. So let's take a look at those winds today, gusting around 30 to 35 miles per hour. As we go into tomorrow, the storm is going to move onto the coast. And you see around midday, that's when we're starting to gust around 50 to 60 miles per hour in places like Sumter and Orangeburg, becoming a little bit more stronger across the Midlands, especially places like Columbia. Around 4 p.m., we do start to see those winds die down, though, thankfully, as we go into Saturday night. So take a look at the timing of things. I think this evening is when we start to see that rain moving in, and that's going to continue as we go tonight. Tomorrow is going to be the biggest concern for the heavy rain and potential of power outages due to the wind moving through past that, sunshine and cooler weather moving in as we go into next week.